Page 16, We Three Kings. At the top of the page, they have that one line they call In the Mirror. I'll talk about that briefly. I'm not giving a lesson on it necessarily, but we'll talk about it. It's a simple line. It's a treble clef. Now, they are giving us a new time signature, 3/4. So there's only 3 counts in a measure. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The natural accent on that is just the first beat of the measure. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You think of a waltz or something. And this line they're giving is treble clef. 1, 2, 3, 1. And then you look at the end of the line and you see the 3/4 and there's a bass clef upside down. They're telling, turn the book over and play it that way with the left hand. It's here. Not sure why, but that's what they want you to do, so you can do that. I don't care. I want to talk about this Kings thing. In addition to the 3/4 time, we have a note called a dotted half note. I think we've had dotted notes before. So let's talk about the dotted half note. In measure 4, in the left hand, you see the A is a half note with a dot behind it. It's called dotted half note. Any note can be dotted, but as long as you understand the rule, you can figure it out. The dot gets half the value of the note, and it makes the note that much longer. That's all. In 4/4 time or 2/4 time or 3/4 time, the bottom number's a 4. So a quarter note gets a count. Therefore, a half note's going to get 2 counts. Well, the dot gets half of that, which is 1 count. That means the dotted half note would get a total of 3 counts. Well, it makes sense in 3/4 time. It takes up the whole measure. In 3/4 time, we can't have a whole note, because a whole note would be 4 counts. So you can't have 4 counts. No note can last 4 counts, value-wise. So dotted half note's the biggest note we can have. So that's what it is. Another way of looking at it is that the dotted note is 3 of whatever the next note down is. So a dotted half note is the same as 3 quarter notes, because the quarter note's next note down. Take a whole note, the next down is a half note. So a dotted whole note is the same as 3 half notes. A dotted half note is the same as 3 quarter notes. I could keep going because I'm going to wait till we get those notes before we talk about it. Different ways of looking at it. Now the hands are playing together, so I'll go ahead and take it one hand at a time. Let's see what we have. I look it over, it's 2 lines long. Now there is a repeat sign, makes it longer than that, but there's only 2 lines of music to learn. Treble bass clef, 3/4 time signature now. So 3 counts in a measure, but a quarter note still gets a count. Or there's the same as 3 quarter notes in every measure, whatever. Take the right hand first. 3rd finger on E, that puts the hand here. And it's 1, 2, 3, and then there's nothing now until the end of the line, and you C's. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So I go through the right hand. Then I do the same with the left. The left hand comes in on the 2nd measure with thumb here. That puts the hand here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then go on. It's just dotted half notes. Measure 6. 1, 2, 3, 1. You see? So I get the left hand going. Then I'll try putting them together. And at the beginning, it's just one hand or the other playing. So that's not a problem. But start with measure 5. When both hands are playing, you're here. 2, and then here, and then here, and then here, and then together, and then that here. So I get an idea of what it's like to play both hands together, and then I'll go over the hard parts or tricky parts and get rid of any hesitations. So it's a steady beat throughout. Then I add the articulation. You put in the phrasing of, I think it's like every 4 measures. Lift up, going on. Those last measures are all one phrase. Starting from measure 5 up to the end, I'd connect all that together as one phrase. But on measure 4, you lift up before you go on. Whether you repeat or not, you lift up, because that's the end of a phrase there. Dynamics starts out loud. Measure 4 is soft, and then at the end it's loud again. That's the melody. Now this is a little trickier, because remember, the dynamic applies to the melody no matter where it is. At the beginning it's loud, starts out. That should sound like one hand played it all, because it's the same. And then measure 4, this is soft, very light. last measure, that's loud, that's soft, because that's melody. So this is heavy, and that's light. That takes a little practice, because now it's the other way around. The left hand is heavy, and the right hand is light. Yeah, depends on what the music needs. Remember the natural accent? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then the roadmap, the repeat sign. Simply go back to the beginning and play it again. So the thing is actually 4 measures longer than it looks. Yeah, something like that, I guess. Now, once you can play this okay, at least slowly with no hesitations, let's play it together and make sure you have the right notes and rhythms. I'm not going to do the dynamics. We're not performing it. I'm play both hands about the same, and we will do the repeat. Now, I'm only giving 3 counts because the key signature or the time signature is 3/4. I give according to the number of counts in the time signature. So it's 1, ready, go, and that's it. 1, ready, go. 2, 1, 2. 2, repeat. 2, 2. 2, 3. 2, 2. 2. 1, 2, 2, 3, off.